Hello and welcome back, car friends. Got another special one here for you. 1967 Alfa Romeo Spider Duetto. This is a 1750cc inline 4 and makes about 130-ish horsepower. Fun little car, super lightweight. Unusual to find these 60s era Alfas in any decent shape, and this one certainly has its flaws, but it runs and drives very well. That 1750 under the hood has been rebuilt recently, only has a couple hundred miles on the engine. Paperwork will be included with the sale. The original Weber carburetors have been rebuilt. It also sports these 14-inch beautiful wheels. I think they're called BSWs. I can't remember the name. BWA, that's what it is. And they're really nice lightweight alloy wheels. Michelin tires. The paint on the car could be better. Presents well from 10 feet though. A couple little flaws here. Looks like there may have been some body work done in this section of the car, and you can see some off-gassing from underneath the paint starting to poke its way through. Really just on this passenger side behind the door. You can see it again right here a little bit. In the reflections you can see it pretty well. Nothing really bubbling up down there at the bottom of the panels near the rockers. Of course, this car isn't entirely rust-free. It has had rust repaired previously. Nothing really poking through. Nothing rotting away. Pretty standard level of rust for a 60s era Alfa. Then you'll also find little chips in the paint, a little scratch there, a ding there. The chrome bumpers aren't perfect. The chrome trim around the headlights, the grille, none of that's been replaced with new old stock or replica parts or anything like that. So you'll see normal wear and tear. It's a driver quality example for sure. It does have a new top that was just done. Back vinyl window is perfectly clear. Inside you'll see that the carpet's been redone. The driver's seat bottom has been redone. There's some tears in the upholstery on the headrests, which has been sort of patched up with some tape, which that would definitely need to be redone. And a couple little pieces of interior trim are missing, but nothing too bad. E-brake works, all the gauges work, stays nice and cool when you're driving it around in the summer. Oil pressure is wonderful, obviously brand new engine, tight seals and everything. 5-speed manual, shifts wonderfully. This Panasonic AM/FM CD changer was upgraded. These speakers now sit where the original vents used to be, and we do still have those vents should you decide to go back. The vinyl on top of the dash is some warp from exposure to sunlight, but could be glued back down, I'm sure. It's a unique steering wheel over there. I'll also point out on the paint that the trunk in particular has some discoloration right here. And that I think is from a car cover. Not the first time I've seen that. On another red car actually, no less. So door panels are in pretty good shape. Windows roll up and down perfectly. Turn signals are all operational, all the lights work. This steering wheel though is not the original steering wheel. It's a Nardi 3-spoke wood wheel. Really wonderful in the hand. Horns work. Super loud. Tritone Italian sounding horn. It's got these Alfa Romeo branded floor mats underneath those. The original mats look wonderful. Again, I don't think these are original carpets. I think that's been redone. And then behind the seats, all of the the area for where the top folds in is in pretty good shape too. So I'll start it up, let you hear it run. Pop the hood too. The gauges all work. 63,000 miles is what the odometer is reading. I didn't have to feed it any gas there. The car had already warmed up. So you can see the oil pressure. Fuel gauge, temp gauge are all working. The speedometer works, but it does kind of vary around, you know, flops up and down a little bit as you're driving. Not too bad. Stereo works. Mirror, not quite sure if that's the original mirror or not. It kind of looks like it's a little bit later of a model, but if it is, that would have been an unusual design for the 60s. But there's your rearview mirror. Underneath the top, all of the metal framing could use restoration, could use lubrication. Top goes up and down just fine. These rubber trim pieces here have broken off, so you need to replace those. Kick panels are in good shape. A lot of new wiring on this car. A lot of stuff that was kind of replaced or upgraded. There are some switches here which we've not determined what they go to. I think they're just dummy switches there right now. But the engine, with the rebuilt carbs and rebuilt engine, it runs so well. It pulls very strong. Sounds wonderful to drive. One of the best sounding 4-cylinder engines ever made, honestly. You can hear that thing purr. Choke's all hooked up and everything. Rev it up again. Again, no bubbling down here at the bottom of the doors or behind the wheel wells. None of that bubbling that was present on the passenger side is on the driver's side either, by the way. Got one little bubble right here. So there you have it, 1967 Alfa Romeo Spider Duetto. Now for sale at Rare Exotic Vehicles. You can go to rareexoticvehicles.com, see all the photos, get more info, read the description, make us an offer. And there's the turn signals. So, any other questions you may have, reach out by phone or email. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.